This is an urgent message for all of the citizens of Shelby County. Shelandra Y. Ford has done an excellent job as the Shelby County Register of Deeds, and that is why I am urging you to re-elect her for a second term. Her opponent has been turned out of his political office, and now he wants you to give him a job that he has absolutely no experience in. And why would you change when with Shelandra Y. Ford, you have accountability, you have attainability, and you have accessibility? Vote to re-elect Shelandra Y. Ford, Register of Deeds. And then tell her opponent, if you need a job, Burger King, McDonald's, Chick-fil-A, all of them places, they hiring. Aren't you tired of voting for persons for public office just because of their name, their party affiliation, or because they're just sitting there and you know they're sitting there with absolutely no experience at all, or a person who is just looking for a job? Shelby Countyans, now it is the chance and the opportunity to make the change by voting for Mayor Briggs Bernard for the Criminal Court Clerk. Mayor Briggs Bernard has over 39 years of criminal court experience in administration, supervisory, management, and operations. She's a certified public administrator. She has supervised 6 departments in the criminal court clerk's office. She has supervised criminal court clerk's customer service units. She has been the liaison to 10 criminal court judges for over 20 years. She has worked closely and collaborated with county and government offices throughout her career. It is now time to make a change in the criminal court clerk's office. Vote for experience. Don't vote for someone who just needs a job. Paid for by the committee to elect Mayor Briggs Bernard, criminal court clerk Karen Jones, treasurer. Have you been complaining about not having enough money to pay your bills? Well, get up off of your assets and get some assets and go to work immediately if you really want a job. 3 Chicks with a Side Hustle is ready to put you to work immediately. Get a full-time salary from home. All you need is a laptop or a computer. Pick up your pencil and write this number down: 901-401-3862, 901-401-3862, or go to their webpage, www.2chickswithaside-hustle. They also give away laptops and computer stands for those who really need and really go to work. This is a worldwide service. No matter where you are, you can go to work today. It's official. Judge Felicia Corbin Johnson will seek re-election to the Shelby County Circuit Court Division 1 on August 4, 2022. Judge Corbin Johnson wants you to know she has worked hard to serve the legal community and litigants and administer justice in a fair, impartial, and compassionate manner. She is honored to serve as a member of the judiciary on the Shelby County Circuit Court and preside over cases of great importance and consequence. She is duly qualified, well-versed in the law, steady, and has the qualities and ideas that you want in a judge. Judge Corbin Johnson sincerely appreciates and thanks the legal profession, clergy, business, and civic organizations, government officials, and the entire Shelby County community for the support and confidence you have placed in her these 7 years. And she respectfully asks that you continue to have confidence in her as she moves forward to re-election in 2022. Please help re-elect Judge Corbin Johnson, Shelby County Court, Division 1. Paid for by the committee to elect for legal.
Hi, I'm Floyd Bonner. Since electing me as sheriff of Shelby County, we have increased our number of deputies in our multi-agency gang unit. In addition, we've kept our commitment to protecting our school kids by staffing several Memphis and Shelby County schools with school resource officers, all the while effectively managing our annual budget. We have also worked with our criminal justice partners to establish strategies to reduce our jail population responsibly. In my first term, we prioritized connecting the sheriff's office with the community in a new way. That's why I've created a citizens hiring committee, which gives everyday citizens like you an opportunity to help select our next generation of deputy sheriffs. We're just getting started, and I would really appreciate your vote so we can continue to work hard to make all of Memphis and Shelby County a safe place to live, work, and play.
Election date May 3rd. Paid for by Friends of Floyd Bonner. Shirley Jackson, Treasurer.
I'm voting for the man in the middle. I'm asking you to vote for change.
I am County Commissioner Eddie Jones, the man in the middle on your ballot for Probate Court Clerk. Probate Court is where families matters. I am asking for your vote. Vote Eddie Jones, Probate Court Clerk, because families matter. This is Eddie Jones, and I approve this message.
Hi, I'm Reginald Milton. For the past 8 years, I've served as your Shelby County Commissioner. For the past 20 years, I have been the Executive Director of the nonprofit South Memphis Alliance, which has worked with children in our juvenile justice system and our children in foster care. We need elected officials who have experience, civic servants who understand the challenges that we're facing today. I'm asking you to support me as I seek to run for the next Juvenile Court Clerk seat. I need your support. I need your prayers. Now more than ever, experience matters.
You know, lying politicians are nothing new in Memphis and Shelby County. It seems like all of them are lying to us about this, that, or the other, and they're all there for their own political gain, such as Janine Gordon. Now she out lying. She's using her mama's name, Fully Love. Janine Gordon's name is not Fully Love. Check her birth certificate. Check all of her literature that she has out, and it's all in the name of Gordon. But she knows that black folk sometimes are too ignorant to do their homework and to do their research. So she's using her mama's name. And by the way, y'all do know Janice has not been to work in over 2 years because of her sickness, but yet we are still giving her a check. Now her daughter, Janine Gordon, the daughter of Emory Gordon, wants to play you, trick you, bamboozle you. So let's not vote for someone that is already lying to us and they have not been elected. Janine, we are not all drunks in this community. Some of us are sober enough to make the right choice.
Hi, my name is Harold Ford. I'm your former congressman from the 9th Congressional District. I come today with a message on behalf of Reginald Milton, who is one of the county commissioners who is now seeking the juvenile court seat here in Shelby County. I'm asking voters in Shelby County and Memphis to look at his record, see all of his accomplishments and the things that he's doing here in Shelby County, in the goodwill that he's established among Shelby Countyans in the last 10 years of his life. I'm asking you also to consider voting for him in the upcoming primary election for Juvenile Court. Reginald Milton is an outstanding candidate, someone that can be trusted, and someone has a proven record here in Memphis and Shelby County. I'm asking for your support for Reginald Milton for Juvenile Court here in Shelby County when the primary election is coming up early May.
Here's your invitation to Melanie, Mrs. Cussing Pastor, 47th birthday party and blues show. It's Friday, September 9th, 7 p.m. at the LaPlace Ballroom and Event Center, 5841 Sycamore View in Summer, right behind Church's Chicken, featuring in concert L.J. Eccles.
Do you want me to get it from the back?
O.B. Buchanan, Summer Wolf,
If you want me,
Summer Wolf,
leave me.
Questlove,
Love the way you put it on there.
Mr. Sam,
She said jump up, roll it,
and Red Velvet.
I wanna love somebody.
It's Melanie, Mrs. Cussing Pastor's 47th birthday party and blues show. Friday, September 9th at the LaPlace Ballroom and Event Center. Tickets are $40 in advance, $50 at the door. VIP, $65 per seat and a table of 9 or a whole table for $500. Tickets available only at cussingpastor.com. The MC for the evening, none other than the Cussing Pastor, Thaddeus Matthews. Get your tickets now.
show. He's not afraid to tell the truth. He is the one that will inform you about all those jokers that are doing wrong. You cross the line and then it's on. Sometimes the other news don't get it right. They don't get it right. But Daddy does his homework every night. What's local news, world news, national news? He's gonna keep it tight. For the people he will fight.
And just when you thought it was safe, it ain't. It's not safe anytime that I'm on the air and you've got what's going on in Memphis going on. And I'm talking about these bullshit ass politicians that's running for office, many of which are not qualified. Many of them who are making damn fools out of you, and you know, many of you just stupid enough to be made a damn fool out of. When you want to vote for people who are not qualified to hold these offices, like that heifer Janine Gordon, y'all know. And here's the thing, you know her name is not Fully Love. Her daddy is named Emery. That was Janice's first husband, Emery Gordon. Okay, Emery. Then she got rid of Emery. She married Fred Fully Love. Janine was already born. She was already born. Okay, so, but she know you are stupid enough to get her name mixed up. Janice Janine. Janice Janine. She knows some of y'all dumb. Wouldn't know your name on the side of a damn train going down the track. You're stupid. Many of you are stupid because you do not research. Her name is Janine Gordon. Make me need a drink. Janine Gordon. Please don't be bamboozled and ran amok by this woman who wants to deceive you. And that's all she's doing. That's all she's doing is deceiving you. you want to be deceased, and she's doing it. Now, don't vote for her. Now, I'm just telling you right now, if you vote for her, you are a fool. I'm gonna just tell you, I don't know how to sweeten it up. Or you just don't know. No, you just a damn fool. And when you look at Janine's signs in Arlington and the areas that are white, heavily white, her signs are Janine Gordon. Only in the black community does she put up those signs where it says Janine Fully Love Gordon. Okay? It's just crazy. It's just crazy. It's just crazy. That ain't a name, but she's trying to pull you into whatever it is that you're trying to do. Captain Mode, can you hear me now? Am I loud and clear? Okay. All right. I got a guess this evening, so I'm gonna act halfway nice, not all the way, but halfway nice. The Shelby County Register is off here in the studios, in my house. I hadn't did this in 2 years, having somebody on there other than Miss Mayor Briggs Bernard. And please make sure that you cast your vote for her. 39 years in the criminal court clerk's office. She's a certified public administrator, supervised 6 departments in the criminal court clerk's office, supervised criminal court clerks, customer service unit, liaison to 10 criminal court judges for over 20 years. She knows the job. Okay? She knows the job. The volume low. Well, maybe you need to turn up what you got so that you can hear me. Shit. Hell, I done gave you my best. Damn. Okay. Do you hear me better now? You said the volume is low. My voice ain't even low, so I know you can hear me. Just turn your little gadget up. If you're on your EBT phone for this month, cut it up. Cut it up. Go on, just cut it up. I think after a certain period of time, if you don't pay your bill, your EBT bill, they cut your volume down or something. So just cut it on up. One of the things that is happening in this early voting, which ends, I believe, on the 28th, is the factor that people are not going to the polls. I think as of yesterday, there had been only about 1,500 people that had been to the polls. Now remember, there are, I forget the number of registered voters that there are in Shelby County, but it's, I think, like 500,000 or more registered voters. But y'all not going to the polls. And one of the reasons I think that you're not going to the polls is because this race has no excitement in it at all. Many of these offices, y'all really don't give a damn who's in the offices or not. And that's a factor. I was telling someone today that the races are going to be won by those who can get individuals out to the polls. That's who's going to win the races. Those who have the ability to talk to the community and convince them that they need to go to the polls. We were just talking, well, I was just talking about Linda Harris running for the DA. She may be a nice lady, but she can't win because her Her message has not gotten out there. She didn't want to spend no money with me. At least she could have talked to the people, so said something. But you can't run and have no money. And I keep telling these idiot politicians, you cannot run a race and you don't have no money. I'm sure they knew this time last year they was going to run. Looked like you'd have put your nickels and dimes together, borrowed from your grandmama, somebody died and left you something. You should have had a little something. So people are not giving money this year. Since this pandemic has been on, money tight. And a lot of these political organizations that would normally give money are not giving money. My rates were the best rates in town. And I see some of these idiots. They paid $10,000 to $12,000 to be on ballots. Okay. And let me serve notice on you. Ballots really have no power. Because the average individual, if you're like me, you know who you're going to vote for when you get to the polls. You've listened, you've researched the candidate, you trying to hear what the candidate said he or she was going to do. You know whether they're qualified or they're just looking for a job, like Woody Brooks. Now, Woody Brooks is running against Shelandra Ford, the Shelby County Register of Deeds. He don't know what goes on in the registrar's office. He don't know shit from Shinola. He's just a little quiet fellow. Arrogant motherfucker, but just a little quiet motherfucker. He speaks like this all the time. You have to say, what the fuck you say, Willie? I can't speak no louder than this. Can't you hear me? But he's never been in the office. He's been a county commissioner for 8 years. And he is turned out of his job. That means he's unemployed. He can be unemployed. He was working for Federal Express. Now, I don't know what happened at Federal Express, the reason he's not there any longer. But, no, your volume is not good. Well, motherfucker, turn whatever it is that you listen to me on, turn the motherfucker up. Now, that's all. I ain't finna have no feedback and all that stuff, cause you on one of them cheap things. You ain't paid your phone bill and they done cut your shit down for this month. And the register know me. Hell, she just met me day 4 yesterday. Hell, and she know I'm gonna be mean. And I'm gonna tell you dumb motherfuckers that's out here voting for folk because of their name. Thank you. Somebody just told me that I trust that my volume is fine. Thank you, Laquita. These motherfuckers, they got them cheap ass phones. They don't have these good phones like us. This thing that you pay almost $1,000 for a damn phone. So just turn if you got a volume, an on and off switch, and a volume on your contraption, just turn it up. But what I'm talking to you about this evening, before I bring on my guest, you need, okay, ooh, my wife cooking. I can smell it up here. I need to almost close that door. Ooh, I got it in my nose. She's doing some Salisbury steaks down there. Ooh. Jesus, okay. That just took my whole, I got a whiff of that. But ladies and gentlemen, go to the polls. Vote for the people you see advertising with me. Many of them and I got some more commercials to come, are judges. The judges' races are not until August. Okay? The state representative races are not until August. You candidates that paid $10,000, I looked at a ballot. Well, two people running for the same office, Althea Green and Henry Brooks. You're both running for the same office, and he got money out of both of y'all. Okay? He got, idiots, he got money, and y'all paying $10,000 to be on a ballot with somebody that is running for the same office as you. Now, I can't get mad at Ricky Pete. Okay? It's all about this money. And if you dumb enough to ask, not to ask, is my opponent on this ballot or not? Then he's supposed to take your $10,000. You the damn fool. Shit. God damn it. Hell, I tell you, when I sell advertising, I sell advertising to anybody that got money. If I endorse somebody, I endorse them. But the other people that's paying, I don't tell you not to vote for them. That's your choice. But I'm going to take every piece of money I get. Ricky, okay? These guys only make money during election season. That damn Brent Thompson, crooked motherfucker, tried to fuck over me with a candidate with my money. So don't let that motherfucker tell you he can get to me and get you a discount. Ain't no motherfucking discounts unless I give you a damn discount. He run around here with all these little white lawyers, and they don't know Brent like I know Brent. He'll steal the nickel out of a dead man's eye. Motherfucker. Shit. The motherfucker keeps going to jail for stealing. He do. I ain't telling no lie on him. He got disbarred as a lawyer for taking the old people's money. Went to prison a second time. I don't know why y'all like these folks that keep going to prison as y'all political consultants. I don't know. Maybe they can teach you how, how to survive if you get caught and you go to prison. I don't know. Maybe there's a course in that shit for y'all too. But I'm gonna make my money. And I had to call one of these political consultants today about his candidate owed me some money. And I called him all last week. He didn't return my call. I called his handler today. I said, now, he needs to come pay me before 7 o'clock. He needs to cash app me before 7 o'clock. And let me see. Yeah, he cash apped me before 7 o'clock. Because I was finna dog his ass. Motherfucker, you run for office and you can't pay me. Didn't owe me but a little piece of money. Didn't owe me but $500 more. And I gotta run after you for my $500. I was finna tell everybody you was a broke ass politician, but you came through. So since you came through, I'm like the Lord tonight. I'm gonna have mercy on your ass. But ladies and gentlemen, please go out. Okay. Adam said the man was running. Somebody said this man can't be running and being to the pen. No, he ain't running. He telling other folk how to run. But see, here's the thing. You fuck up over me and you go to a candidate, and fortunately, I like the candidate. I like the guy. And you gonna put me on the you told the note plan. God damn. You can pay him a little bit here and a little bit here and a little bit. No, motherfucker, you can't. You can't do it like that. I know your race ain't until August, but I need all my monties up front. If I like you, I'll let you do 2 payments. But if I don't like you at all, you got to give me all my money. And I take a politician's check straight to the bank. Straight to the bank. I don't put a politician's check in my account because they will bounce. A politician's check, and especially a no-name politician, his check or her check will bounce. It'll just be jumping, You go to the bank all dressed up and looking intelligent and shit, and everybody know me. They don't even ask me for no damn ID. I go into the bank and I present the check, especially when you had to, a few weeks ago I had a candidate check, I had to ride to the window. And see, when they take more than 5 minutes to give you your money, it's something fucking going on. When you see them keep on hitting on the goddamn computer, ticket, and then look at the damn computer, something wrong with that. Something wrong with that check. They just ticket. Look like they want to hit the goddamn computer. And goddamn it, and they take more than 5 minutes giving you your money, something is wrong. So they'll slide you your ID and the check back with no money. Then I ask the question, what's wrong? They tell you, you gotta ask the person that gave you the check. I said, no, motherfucker, if you didn't give me no money, they ain't got no money in the bank. Then you go to calling the politicians. And they got every kind of lie to tell you, but I got your goddamn check now. I got your check. I'm gonna talk about you like a dog with 2 tails on there, giving me a goddamn badass check. All right, that's enough. But you white lawyers that are out there, y'all need to see me. Y'all want to follow Brett, and y'all go to everybody's church. Brett taking y'all to all the black people church. Y'all ain't heard this much singing in all y'all damn lives, did you? Y'all used to going to the Catholic church and y'all saying, Ave Maria. But y'all got to sit there now. Y'all can't clap in time. Folks shouting all over you. They speaking in tongues, and you asking the little black folk that brought you there, what the fuck they saying? What they saying? Hush, hush, ba 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 ba. Who they talking to? Yeah, you know. And the preacher don't even let you get up and say nothing. In fact, it is a violation of the 501c3 if a preacher, a pastor of a church, allows you to get up with a political statement and does not allow everybody that is running in that race the opportunity to get up and make their little political speech, then it is a violation of the 501c3. All right, let's get ready, because I want you, on a real serious note, even though I'm serious about everything I have to say it, I want you to vote for Shelandra Ford, the Shelby County Register of Deeds. One of the reasons that you all do not vote in a lot of these type of races is because you don't know what the function of the office is. And as brilliant as I am, I didn't know all the stuff that is going on in the office and what Shelandra Ford. And no, let me also mention, she is not any kin to the Harold Ford Fords, even though I'll have Edmund Ford Jr.'s commercial on tomorrow. I've been knowing that boy since he was born, so I'll have his commercial on. Me and his dad has been tight for almost 50 years. So I'll have him on tomorrow. Wanda Howard, I got her money, but she won't send me her stuff to make her commercial. She know damn well she ain't getting no damn refund, so shit. Y'all vote for Wanda Howard. Shit. Yeah. I've been talking to Wanda for 2 weeks. She gave me her money finally last week. And I done called her 3 times. Wanda, give me your stuff so I can make your commercial. Because you ain't even got no Facebook page up where I can pull nothing from. So y'all vote for Wanda. This is her advertising. County Court Clerk, vote for Wanda Howard. I wrote a little something. Wait a minute. I wrote something down that I was going to put on her commercial. Wait a minute. Wanda Howard is a name you know, a name that defines public service in Memphis and Shelby County. So return Wanda Howard to the county clerk's office. Keep in place a public servant that's truly one who serves the people. Others can say what they will do. We know what Wanda Howard will do. Vote to re-elect Wanda Howard, Shelby County Clerk. Now, so she got her commercial. Look like I'm gonna just have to read her damn commercial. I ain't gonna lose no money now. Shit, I reads well. I went to school when it was Memphis City Schools. In fact, Willie Brooks and I went to the same elementary school. He was just a dumb motherfucker. But we went to the same school together in New Chicago. That's in North Memphis. Chicago Park Elementary School. All right, let me go ahead on. Y'all gonna vote for her anyway. We're gonna vote for Wanda anyway. Make sure Shelandra, Shelandra, Shelandra Ford. And all Willie Brooks, I feel sorry for Willie. Poor thing. He need a job. Burger King, McDonald's, Chick-fil-A, Pizza Hut, all them people hiring. So what we need to do is get him a job. Y'all send him an application somewhere. All right, I got to fix up and bring Shelandra over here close to me. And we're going to talk about the registrar's office. I'm going to even open up the lines at some point, unless she's in a hurry to get somewhere, because she ain't going to get none of that damn Salisbury steak. So I don't know how many she bought. Shit, I'm good with 3 pieces myself, so I don't, anything past that. We'll give you a drink or something, but we got plenty here to drink. We got a whole bar here. We'll give her plenty to drink, but she can't drink on the camera. I can, but her guests can if she wants a drink. You don't want now? Okay, well, God bless you. That's more for me to drink. All right, I don't beg, baby, I don't beg nobody to have no drinks. Shit. I'm on my way to Biloxi in next couple of days, and down there to the Beauregard casino, and they give you all the damn drinks you can drink. I get so drunk when I go to the damn casino, and I got my cigars, cause I ain't gonna waste my money trying to win nothing, cause I always lose. I don't win. Now Mel does well, and I'm gonna be sitting at the bar. I got me some cigars. I'm gonna be sitting there looking cool. I'm gonna go get my head shaved, and sit up there and look cute at the bar. And they see we got one of them cars where we at the top of the line. That ain't no business.
It is.
It ain't no damn business.
It is. That damn card ain't free.
I know. I give you enough money for it not to be free. She loves to gamble. She loves to gamble, but that's all right. That's her. I don't love to gamble. I love, when I go to the casino, I love to rest, look at the ocean, and drink. Tito's, and Long Island teas, and whatever else free that they'll give me. All right, we're going to take a commercial break, and then we're going to come back. And since she ain't in no hurry, I ain't in no hurry. And we're going to do this thing for Shelandra. Remember, if you are early voting, and all of the early voting sites are open, after the 28th, now that means on the early voting sites, you can go to any, you have a list of, who is writing so damn little? Shit. Woo. All right. Abundant Grace Fellowship Church, Agri Center International, Building Number D, Anointed Temple of Praise, Arlington Safe Room, Baker Community Center, Berkeley Church of Christ, Brownwood Church, Christian Life Church, Collierville Church of Christ, that's in Collierville, Compassion Church, that's in Germantown, Dave Wells Community Center. Anybody from North Memphis know where the Dave Wells Community Center is. Glenview Community Center, Greater Lewis Street Baptist Church, Greater Middle Baptist Church, Harmony Church, Mississippi Boulevard, y'all know where that is. Mount Pisgah Missionary Baptist Church is about 10 Mount Pisgahs in Memphis. This is the one in Cordova. This is going to be Basil Brooks is a pastor there. Mount Zion Baptist Church on Parkway, New Bethel Missionary Church in Germantown, Raleigh United Methodist Church, Riverside Missionary Baptist Church, Second Baptist Church, Shelby County Election Commission, Solomon Temple Missionary Baptist Church, the Pursuit of God Church, and the White Station Church of Christ. Any of those centers right now, if you're in the area, you can vote. Up until the 28th, you can vote at any of those centers. After the 28th, you will have to go to your precinct, okay? You will have to go to your precincts May 3rd, because after the early voting stops, on May 3rd, you will have to go to your precinct. If you don't know your precinct, because many of them have changed, go to the Shelby County Election Commission's website. And all you have to do, they've got one of the pages on there, you can type in your address and it will tell you where you need to vote. Not only will it tell you where your location is, it can tell you every elected official in that area, because you can't vote. If you live in District 2, you can't vote for a county commissioner in District 7. But some of y'all, I be trying to help y'all, because some of y'all slow. I be trying to help y'all. And a lot of y'all don't think. That's how Joe Brown became the clerk of the General Sessions Court Clerk's office, because all y'all thought y'all was voting for Joe Brown on the TV. And y'all voted for those senile ass Joe Brown who don't even know he in the world. The last time I saw him, he called me somebody. And I've been knowing Joe a long time. I was Tyrone or somebody. And he just carried on a conversation with me. And since I was Tyrone right then, I just acted as though I was Tyrone. Because if I had told him my name Thaddeus, I'd have fucked him up. So, he probably couldn't have said Thaddeus. All right, I'm through. I have to put a little levity on there, because these political shows be so damn boring sometimes. But I got to get Shelandra back in office. I might need a favor somewhere. Huh? I can't say that on there. Shit. If I know a politician, I'll call a politician. Okay. I'll say that to the election. We're going to get her back in. But you're going to find out exactly what she does. Okay? We'll be back after these commercial messages.
Ladies and gentlemen, Kathy Kirk wants to be your commissioner if you live in District 10. Kathy Kirk, experienced leadership. Attorney Kirk has served Shelby County government under 5 administrations as the Assistant Public Defender, Assistant County Attorney, Administrator, and trusted legal advisor to numerous elected officials over the period of 20 years. Kathy knows how to get things done in Shelby County government. She is a practicing attorney licensed in the state of Tennessee who has been a consummate legal advocate for the Memphis community for over 23 years. She comes from good stock. She is the daughter of former Shelby County Commissioner Cleo Kirk. Ladies and gentlemen, early voting has already started. Get to the polls, get to the polls, get to the polls, and vote for Kathy Kirk as your Shelby County Commissioner in District 10.
It's the second annual Down Home Blues Festival and Old Fashioned Fish Fry. Saturday, June 11th, live at Floorwood River Park, Greenwood, Mississippi. Starring Tucker, King George, Sir Charles Jones, Big Rob, LJ Echo, Lacey, Isaac Lindsay, and more. Early bird tickets on sale right now for $25 plus service charge. You heard right, $25 plus service charge. VIP tickets available too. Get your tickets now online at Ticketmaster.com and all the usual ticket outlets. Saturday, June 11th, Greenwood, Mississippi. Brought to you in conjunction with Kirk Automotive. Gary War Promotions presents Keep the Dream Alive 2022. Sunday, May 22nd, 5 p.m. at New Direction Christian Church, 6120 Winchester Road, Memphis. Starring Harvey Watkins Jr. and the Canton Spirituals. Pastor Ronnie Strong and the Sensational Strong Family. That name of Jesus. Doc McKenzie and the Highlights. I'll be alright. George Dean and the Gospel 4. I've got a new way. Annie and the Caldwell Singers. The Echo Airs. Minister Cedric King and Restoration. Soul Sisters. Plus God's Children, Mountain Man, and Melodic Truth. Keep the Dream Alive 2022. The baddest gospel quartet concert of 2022. Sunday, May 22nd, 5 p.m. at New Direction Christian Church. Advanced admission $35. $45 at the door. For tickets and information, call Gary War at 901-691-1867. That's 901-691-1867. See you there!
Greetings, citizens of District 86. My name is Will Richardson, and I'm asking to be your next state representative. I'm a husband, I'm a father, grandfather, multiple business owner, decorated veteran, man of God, and I care about the people. Yes, we have our challenges within our city and our state. That's why I'm asking for your support to continue the legacy and the hard work of our district. I want to be your voice in Nashville to assist in lowering crime, bringing better education for our children, bringing quality and affordable health care, and jobs back to our city. Remember on August 4th to consider me, Will Richardson, as your next state representative for District 86. Remember, where there's a will, there's a way.
For 202 years, Shelby County has been a place of creativity, courage, and community, even in the face of many challenges and crises. We are the home to kings and queens, and the place where Dr. King, the drum major of the civil rights movement, was slain for fighting for the rights of humanity. Through our challenges and crises, the citizens of Shelby County continue to strive to make the place we call home a fantastic place. Today, we continue to face challenges in our community with crime, in our schools with COVID, and our neighborhoods with blight. We've witnessed too many lives affected and families torn apart due to these daunting tragedies. This is why I'm running to become your next Shelby County Commissioner for District 12. I believe we have what it takes to face these issues head on and create solutions together to make the city and county we call home a viable place. Together, we will fight for housing and sustainable living, economic empowerment in our communities, and address juvenile and adult crime. On April 3rd, 1968, at Mason Temple, the night before Dr. King was assassinated, he used these words to challenge the Memphians. He says, "Don't allow it to stop in Memphis, but follow through." This election is important, and it requires each of us to follow through so that the next generation will still have a place to call home and thrive. You need a leader who believes in change, who will listen to your concerns, who will fight to make everyone stronger. Join us today in the mission to empower voices for change.
You know, lying politicians are nothing new in Memphis and Shelby County. It seems like all of them are lying to us about this, that, or the other, and they're all there for their own political gain, such as Janine Gordon. Now she out lying. She's using her mama's name, Fully Love. Janine Gordon's name is not Fully Love. Check her birth certificate. Check all of her literature that she has out, and it's all in the name of Gordon. But she knows that black folk sometimes are too ignorant to do their homework and to do their research. So she's using her mama's name. And by the way, y'all do know Janice has not been to work in over 2 years because of her sickness, but yet we are still giving her a check. Now her daughter, Janine Gordon, the daughter of Emory Gordon, wants to play you, trick you, bamboozle you. So let's not vote for someone that is already lying to us and they have not been elected. Janine, we are not all drunks in this community. Some of us are sober enough to make the right choice.
Hi, my name is Harold Ford. I'm your former congressman from the 9th Congressional District. I come today with a message on behalf of Reginald Milton, who is one of the county commissioners who is now seeking the juvenile court seat here in Shelby County. I'm asking voters in Shelby County and Memphis to look at his record, see all of his accomplishments and the things that he's doing here in Shelby County, in the goodwill that he's established among Shelby Countyans in the last 10 years of his life. I'm asking you also to consider voting for him in the upcoming primary election for juvenile court. Reginald Milton is an outstanding candidate, someone that can be trusted, and someone has a proven record here in Memphis and Shelby County. I'm asking for your support for Reginald Milton for juvenile court here in Shelby County when the primary election is coming up early May.
Here's your invitation to Melanie, Mrs. Cussing Pastor, 47th birthday party and blues show. It's Friday, September 9th, 7 p.m. at the LaPlace Ballroom and Event Center, 5841 Sycamore View in Summer, right behind Church's Chicken, featuring in concert L.J. Eccles.
Do you want me to get it from the back?
O.B. Buchanan, Summer Wolf.
If you want me,
Summer Wolf.
leave me.
West Love.
Love the way you put it on me.
Mr. Sam.
She said jump up, roll it, roll it.
And Red Velvet.
I wanna love somebody.
It's Melanie, Mrs. Cussing Pastor's 47th birthday party and blues show. Friday, September 9th at the LaPlace Ballroom and Event Center. Tickets are $40 in advance, $50 at the door. VIP, $65 per seat and a table of 9 or a whole table for $500. Tickets available only at cussingpastor.com. The MC for the evening, none other than the Cussing Pastor, Thaddeus Matthews. Get your tickets now!
All right. Thank you for being here again. Many people, including myself, did not know what the registrar's office is all about. And for many years, under the past administrations, no one ever thought about it. You know, now I'm reading here where it says the Shelby County Register of Deeds is a Tennessee state constitutional office opened May 1st, 1820. We maintain the permanent records of property ownership and transfers, beginning with handwritten documents of early land grants to more current digital records. Break that down.
What we do, we're basically the legal record holders for Shelby County. That means if you have a warranty deed, quitclaim deed, mortgage, title liens, court orders, we even do military discharges. But any legal document that has to be recorded within Shelby County, we are the record holders for that document.
So your office doesn't just deal in land and property. Or, so you're saying that any record,
yes,
any document rather, that has to be recorded has to go through your office.
If it has to be legally recorded through the court system, like a lot of our court dockets, our liens or charters, all of that has to be recorded through the registrar's office.
So because I had always thought when it came to property, that you were dealing with the assessor's office.
We do work hand in hand, but we are the initial first stop when we're recording the deed. So they have to record those instruments with us, and we transfer that information to the assessor's office, and the assessor's office send that to the state for permanent recording.
Okay. And what else? What all else is it that you all do?
We also do charters, bonds. We do conveyance restrictions, power of attorneys. A lot of people don't know that we also do wills, and we do attested wills, and we also do military discharges. So if you are a veteran and you would like to record your DDT 14, we will do that as well with the registrar's office.
So you were elected in 2018.
Yes.
Now, the first thing that I noticed was the website change.
Yes.
Then I heard one of the political guys, veteran to be in fact, say that he had heard that some lawyers were complaining.
Yes.
Because the website had changed, And I'm going to tell you how I knew it had changed. I have done a lot of shows on Martin Luther King. Okay. And there was in the archives on the register site, I was able to go and pull information that you could not find anywhere else, but on your site. The arrest, all the arrests, the hotel paperwork, pictures, and all of these things. And I did notice that when you became the register, it changed. But what was your reason for changing the site, or was it updating the site?
The reason for changing that site, because the older site was outdated and antiquated. That means that it was not compatible to the newer software. And as we're recording those images on a more permanent database, you have to upgrade technology. And if you don't, you end up with an antiquated system. And for me, coming with a information technology background, I noticed very quickly that our images, a lot of those still images were blurred or they were not clear. And I knew then that we had to upgrade our technology. And even with our GPS system, we were paying one person that was not even located in Shelby County. They were located out of town. And I didn't want our county office to be depending on one person to have that much power over the Register of Deeds office.
Well, you know, when we look at this office, to the common person that just walking up the street, they can't find the knowledge of what makes this office so important. Why should I go out and vote? What is the reason that the citizens should go out and vote for you?
First, the office is much of a revenue generated office. It's rich in revenue, and it's rich in our real estate land and property ownership. And since I've been in office, I've been able to provide a more accurate database for our citizens. I've also been able to bring in extra surplus revenue. I've been able to bring that back, save our taxpayer dollars, and even I've been also able to open new offices within Shelby County. When I first took office, when I ran for this office, 2018, it was only one general office. That was 1075 Mullen Station.
You're going to have to speak up a little bit.
Oh,
for
I'm sorry. It was
1070.
Oh, okay. But when I first took office in 2018, the first part of my platform was to make our office more accessible.
Okay.
And at that time, we only had one central location, and we know it's hard to get out to the penal forum for a lot of our elderly. So I came up with the idea to incorporate satellite offices, and I took it upon myself and my team. We introduced a satellite office for the downtown location, and that's to make the office more accessible and more manageable. So the downtown location, if a citizens want to ride the bus down there, it lets them off right in the front of that office. And my goal was to make our office accessible for all of Shelby County, not just the citizens that live out east, live out Germantown. We wanted to make that office accessible for everyone to get to and handle their business.
Okay. Now let me ask those of you that's listening, are y'all hearing her better now? Somebody saying I'm hearing them just fine. Yeah, put in y'all earpieces or whatever. And I'm looking at the board here, so we will continue. Turn your phones or whatever it is that you're listening. When you went into the office, what was your background?
My background was in business management and development. I graduated with a bachelor's degree with business management and organizational development. but I have an array of experience. I have 24 years of county government experience. So that means I've been with the county in various offices setting. Juvenile court, I've worked for 10 Care Health Department, but my last job was a principal court clerk for Criminal Court Division General Sessions. But I do hold 24 years of county experience, and I do hold a bachelor's degree in business management and development from Bethel University. And I have IT technical experience.
Okay.
I obtained the core studies at Southwest for information technology. So I do have a technical background as well.
So when we look at you compared to, I guess, your nearest opponent in this would be Commissioner Willie Brooks, who has no experience in county government other than being on the county commission. What makes you more qualified than a Willie Brooks?
What makes me more qualified is the experience, the internal experience of having that 24 years of public service experience with county government, and also my background. I'm a public service, but I go out to the communities. Unlike a lot of our county officials and elected officials, I go out to the community. I perform outreach, but mainly my skill set, my education, my skill set, and my entire background makes me definitely qualified for the position. And me doing the work for the last 4 years, you have to understand when we took those offices in 2018, I was the very first African American person ever to hold that office, not even alone being a woman, but I was the very first African American person to hold that office. And of course, we had to come in and restructure that entire office, because when I got in, we had 95% Caucasian, staff. And they had to quickly understand that, hey, now my boss is a African American female. So with that being said, I bring knowledge and just an array of skills that commissioner or anyone else doesn't have.
When you went into that office, did you meet any resentment from the former elected official and his staff?
Definitely, and I say that because when you go into your office, you have a period, what they call transitional period, where they're supposed to allow you training. They're supposed to let you transition into that period. And with the registrar's office, they left before we could transition. So we were not trained at all. We just had to come in blindsided. But again, with me having all that degree, knowledge, and management skills, we were easily able to gain that knowledge through other employees that were already there.
Well, I'm hearing that that's a common practice. I was talking with Wanda,
yes,
who said that when she went into her office as the clerk, the office was bare. All of the staff had left. There had been no transitional period. Do you think that because black women are now going into these offices, that there is a resentment by their male counterparts or by the whites who have been in those offices for all of these years, that now their boss, their supervisor, is black?
Definitely so. I mean, the African American female has been stereotyped for many years, and I just had experience with it when I became Registrar of Deeds.
Let me address somebody that's making a foolish comment. Summer Breeze, so she went in not knowing what she was doing. Now you're an idiot and you're not listening. When you go into the office, she had never been the clerk.
but she had the training and the mechanisms in place to do the damn job. What she's speaking of is the fact that under the charter, under the law, in fact, take that person off my page. Under the law, there is supposed to be a transitional place. And it's just like the school board. You never have an election for all of the school board members at the same time because someone has to stay in place that knows the job. So even though you went in, you had 24 years of county experience.
Yes.
IT, you have a bachelor's degree in what?
Business management and development.
Business management. You have been able to go in and turn the office all the way around. You all have created an e-filing technology to better serve the real estate community in filing these off-site. What is that?
That's available for our real estate brokers and real estate agencies. Now they don't have to. Due to COVID, it was hard for us to have transactions and be safeguarded. So what my team and our technology team came up with is allowing a program, a process where the actual real estate brokers and real estate agency, they didn't have to come in. So during COVID time, we were still able to work each day and process those deeds because we had created that process of allowing the real estate community to be able to file electronically. That means not having to come into office, but to transmit it through electronically through our office.
So what does that mean for the person that is buying a house or selling a house?
That means if you're buying the house, you have a certain time that information or that legal information have to be filed within the state.
Okay.
So with that being said, they were secured on their loans being processed and their paperwork being processed in the ample amount of time necessary. If we had not created that, there would be still a terrible backlog for Shelby County. But we have also been able to increase the revenue for the registrar's office. Before coming into the office, they had never turned in any monies. And just since I've been in office...
Wait. What do you mean they ain't turning in no money?
Turning any extra revenue or surplus revenue. We are a revenue generated office. That means that our money is not ran by taxpayer dollars. Our office generate millions and millions of dollars each daily because it's a rich office. It's dealing with real estate, but we are set our budget of $4.5 million, and just this year we've met our budget in last month, and the budget isn't even over with until July. But any extra monies, what I do as your registrar is I turn those monies back into the general funds for our county commissioners and our mayor to be able to utilize those funds and appropriate those funds in other areas of county government.
I think one of the things our audience needs to understand is self-generation.
Yes.
Of income, and that your office is not a burden
to the
taxpayer.
Exactly.
Okay, that your office creates its own revenue.
Yes.
That pays the salaries.
Yes.
Does
everything.
Everything.
Yes.
Okay, so that's a very important factor. That there are several positions that are self-generated and does not have to depend on your taxpayers' dollars. One of the things that you have created and started as the clerk is the fraud protection program that would alert citizens when someone has placed a lien on their property.
Yes.
Now, explain that, because a lot of people have went through the thing where the quick deed situations, especially when death happens. Okay, Mama wanted me to have the house.
Right.
Okay, and they will find a piece of paper where they have actually signed themselves. The person was sick, and turn that lien into, or that quick
claim deed
into the office. Explain the protection now that the citizen now gets under the program that you started.
We do now. We have proposed a quick property fraudulent alert program.
Okay.
This program is designed to stop any fraudulent activities. That means when you register for this program, it's alert system. Like if someone places a lien or someone tried to obtain any pertinent information on your property, old girlfriends, old wives, they want to know where you live at. If they look up and print this information out, that system is going to notify you, and you're going to be able to call our office and we look up that data. But it's a safe haven for now. But what needs to happen is these laws are antiquated, outdated. They're not set up to protect the interests of our homeowners. It goes beyond the registrar's office. Right now, if you get caught filing a fraudulent deed within Shelby County, it's almost like a misdemeanor. These criminals are getting out 1 to 2 years. It's a Class E felony. What I am proposing, the new legislative law, I am proposing an amendment on a state level to have these laws even amended to a stiffer penalty. A Class D felony, which give them 10 to 13 years. 10 to 12 years imprisonment. And I'm adding a $5,000 fine and setting more provisions in place to protect the homeowners from fraudulent deed filings. We have a lot of fraudulent deed filings, not just for Shelby County, but all over the state of Tennessee. I do sit as the secretary for your West Tennessee Registrars Association. I am the secretary, and I am a board member of the National Registrars Association. But with that being said, we collaborating together to come up with a solution to better serve the communities, especially Shelby County. So I take it upon myself to travel to Nashville. Again, we're just the legal record keepers. Once that legal document's filed, then it's over from our office. But I take it upon myself to fight even more for the citizens of Shelby County. I've been on the road for the last 2 months, traveling back and forth to Nashville, trying to put some new laws and some new things in place to better protect our citizens of Shelby County. We do have a amendment that's pending legislative. We went in before the House, and we went before the Criminal Justice Subcommittee, and I presented this bill amendment, and it was voted anonymously. We had got it approved, and now we're just awaiting for the entire House to address this issue. And what I am proposing again is to stiffen those penalties, and these criminals are going to think twice. Right now they're just getting a slap at the wrist, but this is in the meantime, it's causing our taxpayers, it's causing the victims thousands of dollars just to prove that they're the rightful owners. And what is happening is these laws, the law that they have in place now is if those documents are properly notarized and are legible, we have to, by law, we have to record that instrument. I'm proposing to set provisions in place where we ask for identification up front of that homeowner to say, hey, this is my property. I'm quit claiming it to my daughter, my son, or in the case of if the person is deceased, we're asking for these notaries to show proper identification, and the ones that bring the documents in, proper identification. So if anything's happened fraudulently, we can refer back to that person. They don't have that in place right now. And I've been, and with the support of our DA office, she have agreed that this is a better solution for Shelby County. And she does support me along with our county mayor, Lee Harris.
So this new law would also perhaps slow down family members, because I've seen elderly people, and I've gotten calls from elderly people where they were elderly, someone living in the house that don't really care about them has already put their name on a
nephews, right? It could be. It's most frequently is the relatives, like a nephew, nieces, just family members are doing this, and it's sad because they're doing this to their their loved ones. And the second piece is you have these out of town, adjusters. They're buying up these homes in Shelby County.
Okay.
And they're not seeing these homes, but they have an inside connection, not with the registrar's office, not at all. But this is the real estate community itself. They're selling us out. And it starts from, again, our administrators, such as your county commissioners. They see this problem on a day-to-day basis. It just didn't happen 2018. It's been happening. But now that we're in office, they're pushing a pen to say, hey, what can y'all come up with? But it's been ongoing for the last 10 years with the registrar's office and other offices.
When we look at your tenure in office, and we see Willie Brooks, and what's the Faulkner lady's name?
Wanda Faulkner.
Wanda Faulkner running for office. What do you think their reasoning is for wanting to run for office that they have no qualifications for?
I think because they both need a job. They know that their positions are coming to an end. Wanda Faulkner is in a position that's appointed position, and she know next year when her person or her elected
who is she
official,
working for?
She works for Joe Brown. She's administrator over at Civil.
Okay.
She's one of the administrators.
Okay.
So they're in appointed positions, and like we all know, Commissioner Brooks retired from FedEx, and he's termed out of his seat as being county commissioners. But the question that I asked Willie Brooks definitely is that we've been in office almost 4 years, and for 4 years, he has never voted to support anything that the registrar's office have brought forth. We have to present resolutions to the county commissioners, and they have to vote to either approve it or deny it. And we came in that office 2018 giving resolutions and giving reasons. He never once voted for anything that the citizens of Shelby County needed. And he walked through the registrar's office. He walked through the archive and saw that it was a 14-year backlog. And then when we get before all of those 13 county commissioners, we needed his vote the most. And what did he do? He gets off the bench and walk out, him and a couple of more others. So no, they are not deserving of these positions because they're not there to help the citizens. They're just there to make their pockets fat or get a higher retirement plan, receive higher retirement monies.
Well, I think Willie Brooks is a joke.
Yes.
I like him as an individual a little bit. I like him that way. But one of the things that I see and that is going on with our government is people have no concern about the job. They just need a job.
Exactly.
And most of these people, you're at work every day.
Every day.
Okay. That a lot of these people are elected and they never go. They have their CAOs or whatever to handle the job that the people are paying them nearly $20,000 a month to do. And I think that it's time out, and I think that it's time out, especially in the black community, that we just vote for people because of their name or just because they need a job or they've been there. Willie Brooks ain't did nothing as far as I'm concerned as a county commissioner. I can't think of anything that Willie Brooks has accomplished. You know, I look at Eddie, who's running for the probate, and I know of all the services that Eddie Jones have done. I know the things that Jamita has done on the city council, and now she wants this particular position. And I look at the other people that's running for the office. Why not? Tamika Gibson is in that position, and I talked to I sent a message to Tamika, and this is how I know you don't know your job. She tells me, I can't support you, I can't advertise with you, because you got a case in circuit court. I said, damn, when did she become? I had to go look. When did you become a judge? Okay, that's the only people. And we have people that don't know their functions. And why would the citizens of Memphis vote for a Willie Brooks who knows absolutely nothing? You've got all of these programs in place. You're the first woman, African-American woman that's been elected as the county registrar. Hell, you're the first black that ever been elected.
Ever,
right?
since 1820.
Didn't you tell me, or was it somebody else that told me that in your office they were still using paper and pencil to keep records?
Yes. When we got in office 2018, they were the bookkeeping was done by a Quicken program.
About what? Quicken
program, a software, home-based software. That's how they were keeping up with the bookkeeping. So
Wait a minute. A home-based
program.
For Quicken, the county?
For the county. They were using Quicken. And when I literally came in office 2018, they handed us a checkbook log with blank checks. And I said, no way. This can't be happening in county government. Like hard checks. Like, who do that? And then I requested an audit. And that's what I told everyone. Before you get into your office, you need to request an internal audit, a forensic audit, to see what your last elected officials have been doing, especially with that kind of revenue generated office. It's basically accountability. You're bringing in millions and millions of dollars a day, and there is no accountability other than a Quicken program. Somebody pockets got fat. And I know that the Willie Brooks and some of the commissioners, they called over there on the registrar's office and was like, what are you guys are doing with the monies that y'all, what is going on? They were vultures. They were vultures because they saw how their office generate that money. But you have a registrar that I pride myself on accountability. I let that money go through our county trustee office, and I let that county trustee office count for that money and write it on a record log. I let her do that every month, and she reports to us how much we process in. So it's all about accountability, and you have to elect these elected officials that are honest and that holds utmost integrity. And if they've been in office for 8 years and they have not done anything for their community and they're just looking for a free ride and free money, they're not going to be honest to the citizens of Shelby County. And we keep allowing these same crooked politicians to play musical chairs, and they're tearing these offices up, and they don't give a care about the citizens of Shelby County.
What more, if the next 4 years, what are you looking to do to make the office even greater?
I am looking to make that office more digital. Right now, you have advanced technology. There's no way that we should almost be paperless right about now. Instead, we are faced with a 14-year backlog where the last elected official just allow boxes to stack up, pile up, And the county is well aware of that, and they didn't want to put any monies in this project. They want to utilize all the monies that the registered office is intaking just to cover up just for the archive. And that's not right. But my goal is to make that office sufficient and more more paperless. So we're trying to create a more digital database and a permanent database so these records can be stored properly and they can be available for years and years to come. And it's not in that situation, not in that state, it's not in that stage now. It took us like 4 years just to get things cleaned up to the point where we can now see the light. So normally when you're running for these offices, again, my last elected official that held that office was in the office 18 years, and they left it a rut. But they expect us as women, our first term, to work out miracles. That's impossible. It's going to take a second term. And my second term is to put things in place that to better protect the citizens of Shelby County. I want to see this law change. I want to see this amendment change. I want to see the more digitized system and database for the registrar's office. And does Wanda Faulkner have that ability? No. When you see her out on the campaign trail, she's just saying, I'm an auditor. I was an auditor for Shelby County schools. What does auditing have to do with running a $1 million process and being able to put things in place?
How much money daily goes through the registrar's office?
We're looking at anywhere from $35 million probably a month. So on a basic, we're grossing probably anywhere from $10 million, almost $10 million a week with that process.
Okay.
And even more since the real estate market is booming right now. So you definitely have to have someone that can account for all of that money, and that's just being honest with the citizens and doing what's honest, just hold integrity. When you have that kind of money coming in and it's just revenue generated, you have to have honest people in those offices. And for all this time, we have not. And I could vouch that the last people that held those offices walked away with millions and millions of dollars because it was no accountability. There was no way to account for how much money or revenue, real revenue, that office really brought in until I got there.
Didn't you tell me that an individual sued to keep his job?
Yes, the last, when we first got in office, 2018, the CAO was forcefully trying to stay in the operation, and we already know
and
that
it was
those
an
are
appointed position.
Those are
Right.
appointed position.
Right.
So he did file a bogus petition to try to attempt to keep his position, but it was definitely overturned by our court of law and said you don't have the authority. You are sitting in a appointed position. Your time is up. You have to respect that. It's a new person. You have to respect who she is. It was terrible. I mean, I was called names. I was called the N-word. It was terrible.
By him?
No, by him, with a conversation he was having with our staff. So when we first got in office, we were faced with a lot of racial scrutiny. And a lot of the older ones that were there, they eventually resigned because they didn't want to be led by an African-American person, period.
Okay.
If you're looking at, you've held this office for 18 years, and 18 years, it was like 95% Caucasian. And then when we got in office, of course, I brought in appointed staff that looked like me. It was just no coincidence. I'm not prejudiced, but they had problems with that. And right today, some of our administrators had problem with taking, taking information in
Orders.
from a woman, and especially being a African American woman. So we're living in a prejudiced society, not just in Shelby County, but we are still living in a prejudiced society. But you have to maintain your character, you have to maintain professional, and you have to do the work that Shelby County have voted you to do.
Well, I think those of you who are listening, you see every reason why your vote in early voting needs to go to Shelandra Y. Ford. And the reason that the white guy fought to keep his job because they were stealing.
Yes. I vouch
Did
for
you say
that.
he had property all over the state?
Right now, they have property all over the state. Other states, they brought the land and the mules, 70 acres of land, and I'm like, no way. I mean, our salary is not that. We're not millionaires by a long shot, but to be able to afford their lifestyle that they're living now, it was extra income somewhere. And that's why I chose to request an internal audit and a forensic audit before I took that office.
Did they find any money missing?
They found processes that were collecting that is still pending, and it was turned in to the FBI and is under investigation. Because as an elected official, if you find fault or if you find something wrong, it is our legal obligation to report it. It's not just snitching, but you have to report it because you don't want that to end up on your watch.
Right.
So there were some things that have been reported.
So, wasn't money supposed to be turned in, I think it's by state law, monthly? The trustee has a responsibility to collect monies from these offices, don't they?
Now in 2018 they do. But I can't speak for what was happening previously. I could only tell you in 2018 I demanded that they keep those records. I pride myself again on accuracy, accountability. That's most important to me because I don't want to be caught up when you have all this kind of money running in. You got to have accountability, and you have to run that money in nightly. The trustee office sweep our accounts.
Okay.
Every elected official account, they sweep our accounts, and things have been happening. I mean, they have swept our accounts for, incident occurred over $20-some thousand, and we caught it up front because we're looking at these documents every day, and I'm like, hey, $20-some thousand is like missing. And my accountant, I have a strong team of accountants, and they caught it, and we called the trustee office like, you swept our account, you swept some more money, and they were easily being able to reverse it, but you just have to stay on top of things. And that's what we do at the registrar's office.
If you weren't keeping up with the money would.
We would probably be sitting here today, and they would be in the same situation that Miss Halbert is in. If they're saying monies is missing, and she's saying no, I don't know how. So you just have to you have to have somebody that accountable for the revenue that's coming in those offices. You have to have a strong team.
So you're getting a report every morning.
Yes.
Of what was swept.
Yes. And what I have, like literally matching the bank paperwork from, because we have to, our account is with Regions. We have to report that income, send that money to Regions, and they give us it's like a bank. They give us a slip, an itemized, of what was done, what legal transaction that occurred in that office. And Regina Newman, the trustee office, they're the ones, they're like our banker. They keep the monies, they keep the funds. But again, it's all about being able to be accurate and be accountable for the money that you're taking in with these offices. And if you don't have someone that's sharp and know the processes and the law, then you could be all over the place and you can be in a lot of trouble. But we have not been on the news. Fortunately, we have been able to run a real stern operation. And they pretty much use us as example because we have ran that office with integrity since I've been in office, and we've been able to, again, return monies that the county has never seen in that office. This year I've returned $1.8 million just in surplus funds.
I heard that Willie Brooks has spoken with the minister's allowance, and he spoke as though it was just an office that was up for bids, that there was no one in the office. This is a fresh office, and he should be elected. But I'm urging this community to look at what you've heard tonight. And you've heard a woman that is qualified to hold the office. And I'll allow anyone, time is, we got about 20 minutes left. Anyone that wants to call at 901-231-9239, if you want to call in and ask any questions, you can do so at this particular time. But I think that she's been very clear on what her office does. And again, I am concerned about the elderly who get basically bamboozled by their own family, their own relatives are the ones that are getting them. And when we go back to the fraud protection program, is there a mechanism that alerts even, how do I say, the unlearned elderly, the ones that are not sharp? Is there a program in place that is going to work for them?
Definitely. Under my leadership, we do offer, we do outreach. We're always out in communities. We're partnering up with NARAB and real estate agencies, and we're going out to the communities, registering our citizens up for this free fraud alert program. And it's user friendly. We've created a user friendly website, and you can always, if they're not computer savvy.
Hold on, Greg.
Okay, Dad.
All right, go ahead. You're on there, sir.
Okay, Miss Ford, I would like to know, is it possible that a person can pay and have his deeds and everything registered, and they paid their money to have their properties registered, and then it falls back on the person that paid, and you come back and say, we have not received a payment from you?
No, our office, we just record those deeds. When you buy the properties, you buy it through your real estate agent or your real estate broker. Our job is just to register that paperwork once you've left your closing attorney. So we don't handle the transactions far as the tire purchase. We're just the legal record holders once those transactions have been completed.
So if I understand you correct, whoever he buys his house for,
yes,
and he gets the deeds and the paperwork, they have to be registered,
yes,
with your office.
Yes.
Does that answer your question, Grady?
Okay, I bought a piece of property. It was probably about like $6,000, and I paid the attorney the closing money, and later on he sent me money back. I was wondering how did that happen?
Again, that's a legal issue that you would have to disclose with the closing attorney. We don't get involved with the actual sales transaction. We're only the legal record keepers once that sale go through. So I will recommend that you contact that legal attorney or the better bit if you feel like you've been duped or it was a fraudulent.
No, I don't feel I've been duped, but he, told me what the closing fee would be, and I gave him the money, for the house and everything, and then I ended up getting a refund back from him. I don't know if I paid him too much or what.
That information, you would need to inquire that information through that actual legal attorney office. We can't answer what went on, what went on with that transaction. You will definitely need to reach out to that legal attorney to find out why you received a refund back. Because we wouldn't send you a refund back, but if you have bought property within Shelby County and need to obtain a copy of your deed, you can contact our office, and for $12 you can receive a copy of your legal deed.
Does that answer your question, brother?
Is the registered offices, you're not down on Mullen Station, are you?
Yes, we're at 1075 Mullen Station, and we do now have two new offices. We have an office at 157 Poplar downtown, and we have our newest location in Whitehaven, the Southbrook Town Center. So we have 3 different locations now.
Okay, my brother.
Oh, okay.
Thank you, sir.
Oh, okay, Thaddeus.
Thank you, sir.
Ms. Ford.
Thank you.
Have you voted?
Not yet.
When you gonna vote?
I'll either go absentee, or if I don't get that.
Why you gonna wait a minute? You out of town?
No, I am in a rehabilitation center for rehabilitation.
Okay.
I got amputated.
Okay.
And I'm trying to learn how to walk again. So
okay.
I've been out of commission for the last 4 years.
Okay. Have you voted absentee?
I did when I was at the other facility. They had someone come out and let everyone vote that they wanted to vote.
Okay. All right, my brother. Thank you so much.
Okay.
All right. Someone text me something. Does your office have any dealings with auction off property listings in Shelby County?
That's the question we get many calls, and the answer to that is no. You have we're not affiliated with the land bank.
Okay.
It's called the Property Land Bank. That is a different entity. We don't provide information. Of course, you can look up housing information on our website and our portal, but we don't have any affiliation with land bank. No, we don't sell or buy property.
Well, normally I would ask a politician as we're winding down, what reason do they have to vote for you? But I think that, Shelandra, I think that you've given everybody all of the reasons that are necessary to vote, that you're knowledgeable of the office, you're innovative, you made improvements on the office, you have a vision of making it even greater, and that the persons that are running against her, Wanda Faulkner and also Willie Brooks, have no knowledge of what is going on, and probably, if elected, would take the office back to the dog ages and bring back all those white folk that got it in the shape that it's in now. Yes. So I am urging each and every one of you to early vote. The numbers are very low, and the winners of whatever races that we're talking about are going to be the ones that can get people to the polls. You see that this is a very sensitive office, a very much needed office, especially if you're in the real estate business or any documents. I think that you also deal with bankruptcy. Cut that off. I think that you also deal with bankruptcies
And liens. Mm-hmm.
Okay. How do you deal with bankruptcies?
If someone files, we record those bankruptcies.
Okay.
So the legal attorney actually bring those documents into our office and we legally record them.
Okay.
And it's just for kind of storing. If they ever need them, we provide those to the courts or to that legal attorney.
Okay.
But we also do liens. If someone places a lien on you, we record those liens if they bring them into our office.
Mhm.
But what's so neat about the free fraud alert program is that you will quickly know that someone has placed a lien on you or your property because this system will notify you. And it's free.
How does it notify you?
You register for it at our website.
Mm-hmm.
Here. You register for it, and it's you put in your first name, last name, and an email address.
Mhm.
An email address. So if a transactions occur, it will notify you via email that you have
Mhm.
provided.
Mhm.
And then it will give you like a ticket number, and you call in, and we'll look up that transaction, and we'll be able to give you that information.
But suppose it's some elderly person that doesn't have an email.
Then we will walk them through. We have deed processing clerks that will
Okay.
walk them through the processes over the phone.
Go ahead.
Yes.
Go ahead. You first thing you're gonna have to do is speak up. Speak up, sir.
Yes, ma'am. I want you to explain if. Oh, yes, ma'am. I want you to explain if it's broken, it's owned as a property.
Do what? What is that?
Stupid. Delete.
Man, why are you a fool? What did he say? Something stupid one.
About you being broke.
Being what?
Being broke.
Who being broke?
You.
Why do men worry about my money?
I don't know, baby, because damn.
I mean, you jealous, petty motherfuckers. You sit here and worry about me being broke.
Right.
Hell.
Unknown caller. Oh, that's another caller.
Yes, who is this? Go ahead. Doing what?
Yes.
What'd you say, ma'am?
Hello?
Okay. With all of the large property investment companies that are coming in and buying up in Memphis.
What's the question, man?
How is it that they're allowed to come in? Because I know significantly that they bought up a lot of neighborhoods.
Ma'am, are you listening? Ma'am, wait a minute. Are you listening on another device? Are you listening on something else?
No, I'm sorry. I was on the treadmill at the same time.
Well, ma'am, get off the goddamn treadmill and talk to me. Shit. Your ass ain't gonna get no slimmer. Fat motherfucker. You ain't gonna get no. You ain't gonna get no slimmer.
I'm sorry.
Okay, now go ahead.
I was just wondering, with all the large corporations, the investment properties coming in, buying up properties, how is that allowed? And then is there some type of ordinance or cap that somebody, I know maybe not you, but I don't know if it's the assessor of property can put on or the county commission?
Well, that's something that we're working on now diligently. Again, my hands are tied because we're just the legal record keepers. But what I do is that's unique is I hold housing forums, and that allows real estate broker and real estate agents to come in and have the housing crisis forum. We just had one 2 weeks ago, and we have another one that we're hosting, a national housing forum on the 24th, which is Friday. And that's something that you can actually entertain your question. You can maybe call in on Friday, because you'll have people here on a national level. You'll have our county commissioner, Eddie Jones. He's bringing this national housing forum to Shelby County. I will be a part of that panel because we do have the fraudulent deed program. But I would say to hold that question and to ask that question on Friday, the housing forum, because I can't answer that. That's a real estate market question.
Is this information posted on your website or?
No, but what I can do for you, if you're interested, if you can email me your address, send Mr. Matthews your email address or myself. Once they have the flyer, I can send you a copy of the flyer so you'll know what numbers to dial into to ask your questions.
Are you local, ma'am? Because I noticed you're.
I am local.
Okay.
I am.
You must have lived in Florida at one time.
I am. I'm a Florida girl.
But you can call me. I'm elected official that's in the office daily, each day. But you can call me direct. I'm at 901-222-8100. Again, my number is 901-222-8100. 8100. And you can call me 8 to 4:30. Give me a call tomorrow, and I'll obtain that information for you so you can call in on Friday to ask your questions.
But one of the reasons also.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
One of the reasons also, caller, is that you see so much buying of a property, and especially in our areas, and there is so much gentrification going on. It has a lot to do with politics as well.
Yes.
Okay. You've got.
So basically, other politicians are selling out the city?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. They're making deals.
Raw deals. These
big. And they're doing rezoning of properties.
Yes.
And things of that nature, so that these persons can come in and buy properties. I look at the area that I grew up in. It is almost a wasteland. And I look at the street that I grew up on. There is not one house on the street. The house that I lived in is a shell of a house. It's a house my mother even died in, okay? And I've complained to city council, to the county commission, and nothing goes. But you've got these developers, these out-of-town developers and local developers that slide money under the table to the city council persons.
Yes.
And they look the other way. And they're waiting to buy up all these properties and create.
Well, that's what I'm trying to figure out, because they're literally buying up entire neighborhoods.
Mm-hmm.
And so all of the neighborhoods are coming like apartments, if that makes sense.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
And they're not affordable to the average homeowners. They're making the rent substantially high, where our people cannot really afford to move back into them.
How long have you been in Memphis?
I've been in Memphis since 2006.
So I'm trying to see if, Hurt Village was already redeveloped by that time.
Yes.
Hurt Village was a housing area, low-income housing.
Mm-hmm.
They moved everything out of everybody, all the folk out of the Hurt Village community. What had happened, a rich millionaire go together, a millionaire developer here had developed Mud Island, okay? And to get to Mud Island, you had to pass by this very low income area. So what they did they started buying up property all over that particular area. They took you, I forget what that word is they use when they take your property. For pennies on a dollar. They took people's homes, redeveloped that area, told them, we're going to move y'all all out, and we're going to build up some new houses.
And bring you back in.
And bring y'all back in.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't get back in because they couldn't afford those houses. And it was never meant to bring them back into eminent domain. Thank you, somebody gave the word. Eminent domain. They took a lot of property in North Memphis by eminent domain. Gave them, people who have been living there 40, 50 years.
Yes.
They gave them pennies on the dollar, took their property, built up this new subdivision where you can pass by, it looks nice, and you can go straight to Harbor Town. So everything, and this is the reason I tell people that it's important to vote, because everything is tied politically in place.
Yes. And I agree, and a couple people that are running for these office, they have the legal say-so. They are allowing this to happen. It's just not, it won't stop until we have a voice to say enough is enough. They are buying up Shelby County by the bulks. I mean, it's hard to, the real estate brokers, real estate agencies, they can't even really successfully sell a home because there is limit homes here to sell in Shelby County. But the question is, I would propose that we meet with these HOAs, these homeowners association, and they can add a clause they can add a clause, a seller buyer clause to these communities that won't allow these builders to come in and do what they're doing.
Well, and maybe you saw the news last week where this apartment complex where all of the tenants' water was cut off. Ma'am, she's gone. I thought she was gone.
But it's a lot of it's a serious housing crisis, and we can go on and on about that. But that's one unique thing we do hold. I hold that just to help the citizens out, to have these elected officials to come about, the assessors there, the trustee there, a couple of our commissioners. I invited all the commissioners, but for some reason, only a few come in to entertain those questions. My main focus is to be the voice for the citizens of Shelby County. When they can't get their voices heard, when they can't speak with someone on the county commission or the state level, I'm that person.
Well, the other thing that needs to happen, Shelandra, is when we deal with out-of-town real estate companies buying up property in Memphis and Shelby County, there needs to be some clauses in place and some money put in trust.
Yes.
Like those people that were living in that apartment, they still ain't got no water. Your water is cut off. But if there was money in trust, okay, you want to do business in Memphis, you got to place X number of millions of dollars in
back
trust.
into that development.
Right. So that if you don't do what you're supposed to do, these people are not displaced.
Right.
And when, I'm hearing people have not had water in over a month. So, and you can't get
no one on the phone because I think the owner is out of town,
out
of state.
Right. Okay. All right. Well, our time up.
It's time for me to go home, y'all.
I'm going to go down here. I'm going to go out here and eat.
Yes.
Shelandra, thank you.
Thank you.
And I'm urging each and every one of you to go to the polls. If you don't vote for nobody but Shelandra, she don't care. She don't care.
Thank you so much, Shelandra.
Thank you.
For being here with us on tonight. And I invite y'all to join me in the morning on the radio. Bright and early in the morning, I'll crawl up these steps. I came up these steps about 5 minutes before I had mail to bring them up because it takes some time for me to come up. I'm trying to figure out if it's anything else I need to do up here before I go down. Arlington, Tennessee, fuck you. I ain't finna talk to you no more tonight. What? Shelandra know me. I don't put on no ass. Hell. I'll cuss the Pope out if he needs to be cussed out.
Baby.
The Bishop of the Church of God in Christ. The head deacon. Okay, I'm gonna be nice. I'm finna go. I got a few commercials to play here on the end. For those of you that live in Memphis, and if y'all got some kin people, those of you that may have some kin peoples here in Memphis. What was it?
Sign up.
Do what?
You know I gotta push my the
Well,
free
go on,
fraud
push
alert.
it.
I don't mean to interrupt, but this is
That's
very
all right.
important. I do want to just say that if you are a property owner in Shelby County, please sign your elderly, your relatives or yourself. Please sign up for this free fraud alert program. This will save you dollars of court fees. But please sign up for this program. You can call our office 901-222-8100, or you can go onto our website at register.shelby.tn.us. That's our website, register.shelby.tn.us. And we are very user friendly. We have an icon that says Property Fraud Alert. You click on that icon and answer 3 questions: your first name, your last name, and an email address, and you're registered, and your home will be then protected from fraudulent deed filings.
And, you know, some of y'all know y'all got some no good kin folks. And they just looking, they waiting for you to die anything. Yeah, they be waiting for you to die. Go and get your business in order.
Yes.
Okay? Make sure you go to the polls and you vote Shelandra. Not Shelandra. Shelandra. I was calling her Shelandra too. That's real hood, Shelandra. She dignified her name. Shelandra. Why? What the Y stand for?
Yvette.
I got my sister named Yvette. Shelandra Yvette Foe. She a foe. Not one of them foes, but she's a poet. Okay, y'all going down. Until in the morning on the radio, top of the evening to you.
She gets the job done. Jamie to Swanton gets the job done. Hey, she's won city council, now she's running again. Circuit Court Clerk's office where we need a friend. We want somebody that we can trust. This city needs a leader that won't give up. Step to the left if you're voting, then step to the right if you know it. Then bounce to the one that you know is best to be the Circuit Court Clerk and outdo the rest. She gets the job done.
Swearingen for a better relationship with the judges. Swearingen for a better relationship with the lawyers. Swearingen connecting Circuit Court Clerk to the community.
Go out and vote Jamie to Swanton. Hey, a vote for Swanton is a vote for you.
Here's your invitation to Melanie, Mrs. Cussing Pastor, 47th birthday party and blues show. It's Friday, September 9th, 7 p.m. at the LaPlace Ballroom and Event Center, 5841 Sycamore View in Summer, right behind Church's Chicken, featuring in concert L.J. Eccles.
Do you want me to get it from the back?
O.B. Buchanan. Summer Wolf.
If you want me,
Summer Wolf.
jumper, roll it, roll it.
And Red Velvet.
I wanna love somebody.
It's Melanie, Mrs. Cussing Pastor's 47th birthday party and blues show. Friday, September 9th at the LaPlace Ballroom and Event Center. Tickets are $40 in advance, $50 at the door. VIP, $65 per seat and a table of 9 or a whole table for $500. Tickets available only at cussingpastor.com. The MC for the evening, none other than the Cussing Pastor, Thaddeus Matthews. Get your tickets now.